Hello everyone, welcome to day 20 of our FCHS Fitness Challenge. For today we're going to work on some lower body exercises and some core exercises. So some of them will be two things at once, but we'll hit both areas today. So we are going to be on our mat again. This is going to follow the same format as our earlier strength training workouts this week. So we'll be on the floor. We're going to do 2 sets of 12 repetitions each, but instead of weights today I have resistance bands. So these are some loop resistance bands. They're nice to use with some leg workouts because we can't really hold dumbbells with our legs. So this is a nice way to get some strength training in if you feel like you need some added challenge aside from just your body weight. But as always, body weight is more than enough, so you can always try that. But if you have these and want to give them a shot, the different colors stand for different levels. So they also usually have like a little level indicator on the band because different colors mean different things on different sets. So I have a few here, and I'll demonstrate some resistance band exercises today so you guys can add a new thing to your repertoire of strength training. So as before any workout, make sure you give yourself a chance to warm up. For the sake of time, I'm going to launch right into it today, but make sure to do that on your own. Pause the video, do some hip openers, do maybe some light stretching, just some walking in place, just kind of get that heart rate up, feeling warm before you start this workout. Right, so our first one, we're going to lie down on our back. I'm going to grab, if you're using resistance bands, kind of a lighter resistance. Okay, so I'm on my level 2 here because my level 1 just snapped when I was demonstrating this for myself earlier. So I have my band. I'm going to loop the band around my feet. And I'm going to outstretch both legs like this. And we're going to do our leg raises. So this right leg, I'm just going to lift towards the ceiling. I'm going to keep it nice and straight. And I'm going to slowly lower it back down. Okay, so I'll feel kind of everything from this quad to this inner hip working hard against the resistance. So when we first did these in this challenge, if you're using resistance bands, you probably notice your range of motion is a lot shorter because we can't get as high, all right? But then we're challenging that muscle a little bit more. We're going to go for 2 more here. Nice and slow and controlled. Keep that back planted on the floor. Lower the leg down. Shift if you need to, if you moved a little bit. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to keep that right leg planted down, lift the left one, and slowly lower. And see if that range of motion is different from one side to the other. Maybe you can notice an area that needs a little more stretching, a little more cool down after our video's over. Okay. We're going to go for 2 more here. Okay. And then you can shake out those legs a little bit, do whatever feels good. And we're going to go right back into that right leg because it had a nice chance to rest there. So we're going to lift that right leg up, nice and slow back down. See, when you do one side at a time, that can be the benefit of doing your exercises very slowly, really slowing down those repetitions because your other side gets a little more rest that way. Get some bonus rest. That's my plug for taking your time. Okay. You're following my pace. We're on 6, so we're about halfway there. Really fight that gravity on the way back down. Make that leg work. I'll do one more and then we'll switch sides again. Okay. And one more time on the other side. So plant that right leg down. We're going to lift the left up. Keep that leg nice and straight. Really make that quadricep work. So it's a really good exercise for strengthening the muscles that contribute to our knee and how our knee moves. Might seem a little weird, but it strengthens all those muscles that kind of connect between the hip and the knee. It makes them a little more efficient so we can take some pressure off of those joints themselves. Almost there. This is 10. Whew. 11. One more. All right. We're going to come up for our next exercise here. So I'm going to unloop my band. And now it's going to go around my foot. And I'm going to hold the other side just about here, okay? Be very careful. Don't put too much tension on the band because you don't want it to snap in your face if you're using resistance bands, okay? Just hold it steady. We're just going to push that foot, that heel, until the leg is straight. And then we're going to come back to that bent knee position. Okay, so this mimics a leg press. Kind of mimics our squat, right? So this can be a nice way to develop that strength without putting our body weight on top of it. So if we need an alternative to do squats, I do like this exercise. This is a good one. Okay, so you'll probably feel the quadricep a lot in this one too, the front of the leg. Those glute muscles will be working quite a bit to extend that leg out. I'm going to go for 2 more on this side. And let's do 12. And very carefully bring that leg back. Loop your band if you're using one. And then you can put that on the other foot. And we'll do the same thing. I'm going to extend this foot. And then push. Push that foot. Bring the knee back in. We're going to go for 3 more here. Last one. And then we'll reverse and get both sides one more time. So I'm going to put the band around my right foot, get in my position, and push that foot away from me. Okay, we're halfway through. We got one more. I'm going to bring that foot in and then get that left foot one more time. We're going to push. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. And 12. And we're going to unloop that band. We're going to do 2 core exercises now, and then we'll go back into our legs. So our first one, we're going to just take the hands behind the head, just cradle the head, nice and gentle. We're going to bring the legs up like this, and we're going to do a crunch. So really focus on pulling yourself from that core. You don't want to pull on the back of your neck here. You want to lift those shoulder blades up and slowly lower back down. All right. Got 2. Let's do 2 more. And 12, slowly lower. Give yourself a bit of a break here. All right, we'll do 1 more set of the same thing. If you need a longer break, feel free to take one. Okay, I'm gonna bring those legs back up. Hands behind the head and raise those shoulder blades. Right, so the upper part of our core tends to get the most work with this exercise. And do 1 more. Bring yourself back down. Our next one. Few options here, okay? We're going to start with those legs up again. Okay? Legs will be up. We're going to raise the arms like this. And we're just going to start by tapping the foot down. Tapping the foot down. All right, once you get the hang of this, you can add the opposite arm with the opposite foot. If this feels easy, the longer that leg extends out, the more challenging it will be. But if your lower back starts to lift off the mat, bring those legs back in, okay? We're gonna do 1 more on each side here. And we're gonna just rest for a couple seconds here. Ooh. Wiggle around if you need to. Bring those legs in. You can massage the low back by kind of shifting side to side. All right. Let's bring those hands up again. Legs up again. And tap. Oh, see, I'm already messing up. Tap the right foot down and the left arm will go back. And the same thing on the other side. Sometimes we have to challenge our brain with exercise too. Not enough to challenge the body. You can always extend that leg out if you want that added challenge. Let's do 1 more for each leg here. And we'll bring those feet back. And our last 2 exercises, if you're using bands, you might want a slightly harder resistance than what you were using with the first 2 exercises, but it's up to you. We're gonna bring this over the legs. And we're gonna have the band just about over the knee. Okay, so it'll be up on the thigh here, okay? Our first exercise, we're gonna do an abduction. So we're gonna have our feet planted on the ground firmly underneath us, okay? We're just gonna bring those legs out to the side, kind of like you were doing like a butterfly stretch, and then bring them back up. So we wanna feel this part really kick in the side leg. Okay. And if you're doing this without the band, you might be able to get those knees all the way down, which will add a bonus hip stretch. Depends how flexible your hips are. Okay. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. And we'll bring those legs up. We'll rest. And reposition. And we'll do that same thing one more time. All right, so we're just going to bring those knees out to the side and slowly let them come back up. We have 2 more. Our last one here. All right, our next exercise, we're gonna have a very similar starting position. Okay, we're gonna do our glute bridges. So we're gonna have the feet right where they are, okay? Directly underneath. The heels will kind of be in line with the knees there. We can keep the band around our legs, again, just over that knee. And we're gonna bring these hips up towards the ceiling, and then very slowly lower back down. So now kind of instead of the side of the leg and the side of those glutes, we're getting right here, we're getting the core. Okay, the hamstrings a little bit will kick in as well. This is a great exercise to help take some pressure off of our lower back. All right, if we strengthen the glutes, if we strengthen our core, that helps us stop overcompensating down in this low back. So these are very good exercises to do. Okay. And the band just adds a little extra resistance to kind of have to keep your legs straight. So you might feel that extra work, right? Because you can't cheat by having your knees splay out. You're kind of forced to keep that good form when you use the band. We have just 2 more here. And relax for a few seconds here. And bring those knees from side to side. That's always a nice low back kind of stretch. Do a little bit in the hip too. Okay. And let's still those knees. Get our good starting position again. And let's bring those hips up towards the ceiling. And slowly lower back down. Okay. And when you return to that starting position, make sure that you're kind of meeting the floor from kind of your shoulder blades down versus your hips down. Okay, make that lower body work up until the very last second. Okay. Okay, we have just one more. And that was 12. If you have your band, you can get rid of that. That's our workout. So we're just going to do a few stretches here, and if you need more, please take the time to do that. We're going to start with a butterfly. Okay, just kind of stretch a little bit that inner thigh. And then we'll extend one leg out. Just reach towards the toe. Okay. And then bring that foot in. Extend the other leg out. Same thing on that other side here. Then leave this leg outstretched, just bring this foot over the leg. Hug this knee in. All right, you should feel a nice stretch in your glutes. And then we'll do the same thing for the other side. So outstretch this right leg again. Bring the left leg over. Just hug that knee in towards your chest. And then you guys are all set for today, all right? If you want to do some extra stretching, again, please feel free to do some after the video's over. If you are interested in some recipes, Salja will be doing an awesome golden milk recipe today at 11, and that'll save on our Facebook page after the live session concludes, so be sure to check that out. I've never had golden milk. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm excited to learn, so I encourage you all to do the same. All right, and then I will see you back here tomorrow for another workout. We'll have a good time. All right, have a good day. Bye.